You have a pathological condition when it comes to telling the truth. And I'm suggesting to you that you have misled, you have conspired, and you have deceived the people of this country, the diaspora and every Jamaican, and that you should pack your bags and go.
People. Que pasa, sakpa, say what they do. Welcome to Crime Time News, where the difference is in the meds. Call it news with a buzz. First thing that is popping in the news, we see that the government of Jamaica, more specifically, the Minister of Finance is making all sorts of promises, saying that he is going to call the FBI to help assist with the investigation as it pertains to SSL and the thievery of billions of dollars, millions of US dollars. However, there are a whole lot of questions that persons are asking. I am going to let the finance minister answer those questions as to if SSL had any sorts of insurance. What are they going to do to make sure that this disturbing trend of thievery, scam and Ponzi scheme no longer occurs? What are they going to do as it pertains to Usain Bolt getting his money back? What is the possibility of the government of Jamaica returning that funds to Usain Bolt? Take a listen, take a look, and then I'll give my piece.
At approximately 8 p.m. on January the 10th, 2022, SSL provided by email a letter advising the FSC of an incident of fraud at the company, and a copy of that letter that I have seen, SSL claimed to have fraud insurance to the tune of $1 million US. That is what they have claimed in a letter to the FSC. I have not independently verified that. The discrepancy between the sanctions for white-collar crime and other forms of crime must be erased. If you rob depositors or you defraud investors, our society, and you put our financial system and our way of life at risk, the Jamaican society wants you put away for a long time. A long, long time.
You know, when the government acts, it has to act in a way that can be equally applied, meaning government action sets precedent, and as we're all equal before the law, if you act in a particular way in one situation, you're compelled to act in a similar way in another situation where the circumstances are similar, broadly speaking. We ourselves are still we're still paying back since that debt inherited or taken on more than a generation ago. So, you know, those are weighty questions, Dion, and they'll be the right forum for them to be properly addressed.
Now, people, you hear where the finance minister say. SSL told him that they have $1 million US as insurance for the whole company. People, 1 million US is approximately or about $150 million Jamaican. This theft, this Ponzi scheme, swindle, in my estimation, over $4 billion. Usain Bolt alone, $2 billion. So therefore, add up the rest, $4 billion. So therefore, as it pertains to Usain Bolt alone, he would probably, at best, get back 10% or less of his money. The finance minister also addressed what are they going to do to stop this very disturbing trend as it pertains to these white-collar criminals taking advantage of investors in Jamaica. And he said that he is going to make laws, rules in Parliament to make sure that they are given a whole lot of time. Pretty much they are going to follow the model that United States use. If you remember, one time in America history, whenever you get caught for any sorts of white-collar crime, you would basically get a slap on the wrist. Now after Bernie Madoff, I think his name is, and persons like himself, we see that these people, them might get 50 years, them might get 40 years, them might get life imprisonment for the same thing. As it pertains to the government of Jamaica giving back Usain Bolt is money. Pretty much what the minister is saying, they would have to do the same thing for everybody else. It does not matter how famous you are, everybody is equal under the law, allegedly. Now, we saw that of all the employees, the criminals at SSL that has responded, we see that only one person took responsibility. That is Jean-Ann Panton. However, Jean-Ann Panton has not mentioned anything about Usain Bolt's money. She spoke about 30-something victims, billions of dollars, millions of US. Usain Bolt was not one of those victims. Persons are asking, how is it that this lady managed not to be locked up by the poor? How is it that she's still out? How is it that she was still a part of the movement called SSL? And people, the answer is very simple. She is going to be state witness. As an employee of SSL, it was a free-for-all at SSL. Everybody knew that the next one was thieving. So therefore, because the upper hierarchy of the SSL knew that Miss Panton know their secret, they could not let her go. So therefore, she was still a part of the movement. So therefore, them a thief, me a thief. If them expose me, I go expose them. So pretty much, they were holding each other's secret. They were holding each other hostage. And most of all, they were holding the investors of Jamaica hostage by the BALLS. They are doing the same thing as it pertains to the investigators. Now we saw that all of them has responded pretty much so far. I am speaking about Mr. Zachary Harding. I am speaking about Mark Krosky. I am speaking about Hugh Krosky. However, there is a very disturbing theme as it pertains to all. Like me say, only Miss Panton confessed to something. Zachary Harding, the same thing. Nobody is responsible. Nobody is taking account, no accountability. All they are doing, they are using the Shaggy theme. It was not me. All they are doing, lying and denying. Distancing themselves from any and everything. Everybody is blaming the next person. Miss Panton nah call for them name. Them nah call for her name. Mr. Krosky, the senior one, him a fling him son under the bus. Mr. Harding, him a say him no know anything. He left whatever year. Mr. Mark Krosky, him a say the same Krosky, sorry. Him a say the same thing. He left from 2018. However, people, the facts are these. The facts are there. These people were the major shareholders. Hundreds of thousands of stocks they own. So therefore, who have the biggest toy, who have the biggest money, are them are called SHOTS. As a matter of fact, this whole family seems like the mob family, the cross carrier, whatever them name. Because you have the father, you have the son, and based on information that I got, it is said that the daughter was the head up until about a week or so. So the big announcement that everybody is seeing right now and everybody is excited and elated about is based on what the finance minister said. He is going to get the assistance of the FBI. People, when it comes to liar, when it comes to thief, the last thing that you want to do is accept any sorts of promises. I am from the show me state. That means, not tell me this, show me proof. So therefore, I want to see a letter penned by the relevant authority addressed to the FBI seeking assistance. I would also want to see a response letter from the FBI saying that, yes, we got a letter of a request and we are going to assist. We are coming on X amount of day. Until I see that, I do not believe. However, let's say for sake that they are coming. Do you really think that the government of Jamaica, these politicians, law enforcement in Jamaica, really want the FBI to come to Jamaica? Yes, I understand the financial implication. However, you have to understand with this body club, meaning corrupted popo, corrupted politician, financial swindlers like SSL, they do not want the FBI to dig up this ant's nest because it is going to reveal secrets that even you and I knew about. However, we are going to see the facts. It is going to reveal the lackluster work ethics of the JCF, the negligence, the incompetence, the cover-up, corruption by the JCF in league with its other partners. Who are these partners? These politicians, meaning Andrew Holness, meaning their links with the FSC, with SSL. The FBI is playing chess and the JCF investigators are going to be playing checkers. There is no sorts of comparison. They are going to dig deep from the bottom straight up to the top. No stones will be left unturned. So therefore, I am saying this to say that when they start and then start trail the web, the intricate woven web of corruption, the Prime Minister, the Finance Minister, SSL, FSC can't step in and say, listen, stop right here, so una get too deep. They are coming to do a proper investigation if they actually come, and everything will be revealed. Do you think that the JCF wants that? Do you think that Andrew Holness wants that web, that trail, paper trail to lead back to him? As in, this same financial institution under investigation that is supposed to be some sort of investment company gave the Prime Minister a loan. What were the terms of this loan? What were the interests? What type of money did the Prime Minister invest in this company that he can get a loan or he can draw down any sort of money to pay for that mansion? Don't you think the FBI is going to look at Andrew Holness over them glasses and say, something no look right, something smell fishy, something in a something? Wherever there is smoke, there is fire. And people's skin are going to be burning. Do you really think that after all the cover-up that we are seeing? Do you think that all the corruption, all the cronyism, all the conflict of interest as it pertains to the FSC, you really think that them are going to want the FBI for going after them book, going after them computer, search for them hard drive and dig up people? It is bad from what we are hearing right now. However, if and when the FBI come, if they are allowed, it is going to reveal a whole lot of things that would probably make Jamaica fall down in the abyss of hell as if it is not there already. Do you really think that the FBI is going to come and not realize that? But hold on a minute. There is some sorts of link, some sorts of cover up, some sorts of body club. Some people are defend and a shield. Some people that are getting money from some unscrupulous character that are involved with some of this cocoa that is coming in containers, billions and millions of US dollars worth of cocoa headed to our shore, that it seems as if the government of Jamaica, the customs, the border patrol, police and everybody involved, when them start dig the book, you can't tell them to stop. You can't tell them, all right, hold on, you go too hard, calm down now. No, it is not going to be like that. It is everything or nothing, none at all. Are you willing to take that risk? Mr. Andrew Holness and his friends, these corrupted popo, politician, customs, border patrol. Do you really want to hear the final result, the report from the FBI after them done? Pretty much when the FBI is done, the whole of done, on a career done as if it is not done before. And then again, when we think about the personalities of people in Jamaica, they have very short-term memory. And that is obvious from Eagle, that is obvious from WorldNet, that is obvious from Cash Plus, that is obvious from Olint. 5 times the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. When the FBI come, it is not going to be the same result. People are going to be crying. People are going to be jumping off all sorts of bridge, all sorts of cliff. People are going to take away themselves with that same fire piece that they were issued by their friend at the Firearm Licensing Authority. So people, while it would be for the better of Jamaica if the FBI actually came in and did a total overall revamp the whole system, because then you would have independent forensic auditors. They would not be influenced like how Jamaica is a place that is corrupted, meaning the judges, meaning the prosecutor, meaning the popo, meaning the politician. The FBI would not have any sorts of horse in the race. As a matter of fact, they would know that what is good for Jamaica is good for them. Because most of the drugs that is coming in through Jamaica, where these same people, investors, SSL and all of them, have all sorts of cartel people, a smuggle money, a launder money, a rinse money. So therefore, it would also be for the better of United States. However, you have to ask the question, what is the agenda of these politicians, these corrupted leaders, these officials that are in high places? It is not for the betterment of Jamaica. No, their ulterior motive is rob and scam, make as much money as them can do, and then cut and leave Jamaica in a shitty place than it was before they came. That is their motive. the next thing before me leave, I realize that most of these people, as it pertains to SSL, they are blaming the bloggers, claiming that them are going to draw for them lawyer because persons are defaming their character. None of you guys have any sorts of character. None of you have any sorts of conscience. None of you have any sorts of morals or ethics. You are all a bunch of wicked, evilous, demonic people that has been given a license literally to screw over Jamaica by the persons that we trust to save us and protect us, meaning the politician and the official. However, every good story has to come to an end. This is the last paradas. Something has to happen. There has to be some sort of watermark moment. There has to be some sort of straw that broke the camel's back. And I think that SSL is that straw. However, don't be surprised if nothing comes out of it. Point blank and period. So people, like the finance minister promised that the FBI is coming to assist. However, here is the fact. If you as a person or a group of persons lost money in excess of $1 million, you can actually apply to the FBI to assist you once it is over $1 million. And people, like me say, in my estimation, and from persons in the know, it is going to be in excess of $4 billion. So people, we are talking about millions and millions of US dollars. So therefore, Bolt by himself have more than 12.7 million reasons to contact the FBI by himself. So therefore, don't sit down and rely on the finance minister or the government of Jamaica to assist you. Get your lawyer and do the right thing. Make an application by yourself. You can also link with the other 30 to 40 or even more victims and do some sorts of class action lawsuit with the FBI involved. That would be my recommendation instead of listening to these people and their empty promises. And last but not least, we see or heard the reaction of all of these culprits that are involved. Meaning the Hardings, meaning the Krosky, meaning the government, meaning the relevant authority. Don't you realize that this is some sorts of mob attitude, untouchable attitude? All we hear is promises. All we hear is lies. All we see is denial. All we see is that these persons have this narcissistic, arrogant, no responsibility, blame game type of attitude, each one blaming the other one, but nobody taking any sorts of responsibility, no sorts of acceptance of their wrongdoing. People, like me tell you, it is because they've gotten away with it on several occasions. They figure it is just going to be a next scam, a next day. Life goes on. They will be free. People, hopefully this will be a different time, the dawn of a new day. Hopefully. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like this, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. Bless up.